This is fuel.
Dodgy and potentially harmful religious practices,
So I'm turning it into a pineapple juice.
attracting scores of believers.
The word is upon it.
From the bizarre to the scary. After a year of countrywide hearings, experts and academics roped in to help the Commission grasp this phenomenon.
And when people cannot access the basic necessities of life, they may want to subscribe to a religious organization that may give them some hope, even if that hope is false.
And they continue to prey on the desperate and vulnerable.
Nice food. Some are saying that prophet has started.
They want to demonstrate their powers over their congregants. And they have to do this because they want to keep them glued to the system. But beyond that, they also want to engage in controversial activities. And for them, controversies are a cheap source of advertisement.
Stop eating. Come.
Often emotions are whipped up,
Come back.
or hypnotic techniques used.
When I induce that hypnotic trance, I become the guide. I become the person that gives the suggestions for whatever the particular outcome is. And people seem to surrender very much more willingly to that to the hypnotist, to the person in authority, and surrender some part of themselves. They're no longer 100% in control.
So when you're in a rapturous state, I can really get into your memory bank and your spiritual bank, and you are vulnerable to my suggestions. And the more handsome I am, fancier my suit, my Bruno Magli shoes, you will believe me. You're vulnerable because you're having problems with your finances.
The promises of success, money, and good health never materialize. But hopefuls continue to flock to these churches.
People feel excluded in society. They feel they haven't got jobs. They feel they haven't got a future. At least when we were fighting apartheid, we knew we had something to fight against. Now we don't have anything to fight against, except our own misery and our own poverty.
And women appear to be more susceptible.
They are far more deprived than men. They actually are the receiving end. And so it is natural, therefore, for them to respond when people call for hope, when people call for alternative ways of defining life and meanings. So we can begin to understand that from that perspective, if women are empowered in the society, just like men, I am sure that the ratio will be almost equal.
Be it snakes, rats, petrol, grass, or insecticide, the Commission wants to end these dubious practices.
We truly believe if we're going to have order in South Africa, we must do what the Constitution says we must do. You have freedom of your trade, your profession, but it may be regulated. All we're saying is that we're professionalizing the priesthood, but not the doctrine.
The Commission is finalizing its report. It will be presented to Parliament by June. SABC News, Johannesburg.